You know,
that this is the most brain dead and mind numbing video that you have ever produced on YouTube?
one of the best things about video games is that they allow us to transcend the petty limitations of the real world, creating fantastical landscapes that defy logic.
Yes, this is true. Video games help us to bring our imaginations to life, and they even surpass film, television, and the comics with their ability to put us in the character's shoes. For us, they give us the ability to puppeteer characters, to control the movements and experience and interact with the world to the characters, by controlling them. And that's where they are better than, film, television, and comics.
Terrifying monsters, awe inspiring wonders, and iconic characters bound only by the limitations of the human imagination.
I'm agreeing with everything that Drinker is saying here. So far, this video is okay.
It truly is the very purest form of creativity.
Yes, yes.
Unless, of course, you happen to be a Western game developer, in which case your escapist fantasy entertainment absolutely has to reflect the world we live in today.
It just, like, literally, like, in 30 seconds, the brainwash has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle your seatbelts, we're in for a bumpy ride.
The world we live in today. The world we live in today. The world we live in today.
Some of these screenshots are from trailers, and CGI trailers can look weird. And one screenshot is of like a tomboyish woman, because I guess she's ugly because she's masculine. I guess that's the argument here. I also love how Junker uses a fake screenshot. I have the screenshot right here, the actual screenshot. That's an edited screenshot of Aloy. Like, yeah, her cheeks are fat in the normal screenshot, but in the edited screenshot they like inflate it. So I don't know why he's using that. And I'll get back to that whole Aloy screenshot. There's more to that story, but let's continue.
You've probably noticed that there's been a bit of a shift in the portrayal of video game characters in recent years, particularly the female ones.
No, not really, mate. In the past few years, you know what I've been noticing, what I've been critical of in the video game industry is, let's say, microtransactions, live service, slops, battle passes, employees being put on crunch time. Also, the creative issues with game companies, and how they make stupid decisions when it comes to franchises. When it comes to the presentation of franchises and their stories. I've been noticing that. And also, one that I think is actually a really big issue is workplace misconduct. Look at you, Ubisoft. So yeah, that's what I've been noticing, and what I think are huge problems with the game industry nowadays. Not whatever the fuck this video is going on about.
A process that probably has a far more technical name, but which a simple man like myself can best describe as uglification.
You do know ugly video game characters have existed for a long time, like since the inception of video games, all the way back to the PS1, PS2 era. Like, flat faces. You could argue that it's gone worse, with some games. Yeah, like some games look great with good facial animations, and some games have like these uncanny expressions because of mocap issues. Like, I can understand criticizing that, since we're talking about AAA companies. We obviously expect better. Like, I understand if you criticize that, but like, it's not only just one gender, like only female characters. It's both female and male characters, like, that have uncanny expressions.
It's like gaming is somehow de-evolving even as technology and production costs rise to astronomical levels, producing characters that look less human and more physically repulsive with each new release.
A ruined and terrible form of life.
Again, look at PS1, PS2 characters. Those don't look human. I understand the hardware limitations, but come on, those characters do not look human.
I mean, Jesus, look at the state of it. I don't think anyone wants to go on an adventure with this girl. A quick glance at your average AAA development page is like taking a walk down your average high street in Scotland. The faces you see vaguely correspond to your understanding of what human beings look like, but the features, proportions, and arrangements are so far off that you're left with a disturbingly intense urge to get out of there as quickly as possible and never look back.
Let us analyze these screenshots, dear viewers. And sorry about the three screenshots in the bottom. I know you can't see their faces, but that's not my fault. That's Drinker's fault. He didn't fully show their faces in this clip. I don't know why, but yeah. But ignoring all the other screenshots here, let's look at this one. Yeah, I like how Drinker literally just uses concept art from a game in his little tangent over here. He literally just uses a concept art. This is actually just concept art from a game. Like, you can clearly see it's concept art, and I actually looked it up. It's just a concept art, character art from this game Prey, made in released in 2017. Yeah, and I don't get why. I don't know if Drinker like just found this collage, or he actually put these screenshots together. But I don't know. But if he did put these screenshots together, I don't get why he just used concept art and not the actual screenshot from the game. Because if you here's the character, if you wanted to know, Sarah Laser from Prey 2017. And I'll allow you guys to pass judgment on how she looks, because to me she looks, like a woman. She looks feminine. I don't see anything really wrong with her character model, except it's kind of uncanny. For some reason, I know character model is kind of uncanny. I will say, but yeah, drink about it. If you have an editor, fire them. For this not getting an actual screenshot from the game. But if you actually edited this, man, I genuinely wonder how you got this far, and gained such a massive following. Because I don't. In his comment section, I can't believe no one called him out for this. He just used a screenshot. He just used a screenshot of character art instead of a screenshot from the actual game. Yeah, but even when you look at the concept art of the character, there's nothing wrong with her. She looks fine in the concept art. I don't know why he put that screenshot. Like tell me, viewers, like, does she look uncanny to you? Because she looks fine. She looks like a female. She has like some scarring on her face. She looks fine. I don't get why Drinker used her concept art in his whole uglification tangent over here. I don't know, because she has scarring on her face, and that automatically makes her ugly. Because yeah, no shit. When characters have scarring on their face, it's not a flattering image. Aside from that, yeah, the other problems with this collage here. Look at I see Shiva in the top right corner over there. No, Shiva from Mortal Kombat 11. I don't see a problem with the character model. And here other female characters in Mortal Kombat 11, and yeah, I see Mass Effect Andromeda, but literally the problems with that game, like, every character in that game is fucked. It's not just the females, the men and the women in that game are fucked. All the character models, it has nothing to do with the stupid narrative in this video. All the character models look messed up because of the glitches and the technical issues that game had when it released. And another problem I have here is this character. This character looks pretty fine to me. Like, she doesn't even fall into his argument. Like, all the other characters are making uncanny expressions, but this character just looks fine. Like, I don't know why he used this screenshot. Like, all the other characters, minus the concept art, the Watch Dogs 2 character. Also, I love the subtle bigotry going on with the screenshot of the Watch Dogs 2 character. This screenshot just doesn't fit in with the other ones, like, with the narrative he's trying to push here, because she's right, she looks beautiful. I don't get why she's in this collage. So yeah, that's what I want to analyze. But, like, again, the Prey concept art, how did he literally let that slip through? Or does he really think we're just that stupid, and no one would have noticed it? Does he actually think we're that stupid?
And it's interesting to note that this phenomenon seems to be confined to one half of the population only, almost like it's intentional or something.
No. From what I've seen over the years, men have also been victims of uncanny valley in video games. What you call uglification, yeah, men have also been victims of uncanny valley throughout video games.
So just like on my main channel, where I talked about the problems blighting modern Hollywood movies, I figured I'd make a video series here about why modern gaming sucks.
I can show you the list I just mentioned earlier. I don't think freaking ugly characters are really that big of an issue. Maybe a really small issue, but like again, ugly characters have always existed. The issues I just have on screen right now, I think are way more important, and what you could argue is contributing to people not wanting to play video games nowadays.
Part 1. Everyone's fucking ugly. Now, rather than just point and laugh at how ugly characters have become in recent years, let's see if we can break this one down scientifically. And that being the case, the first major problem seems to be a general rejection of femininity and female beauty in modern game development.
I'm just gonna show these screenshots right here of recent games. And since you like using gameplay trailers, here's a screenshot of Lucia from GTA 6. Not feminine enough for you?
A perfect example of this is the character model for MJ in the two Spider-Man games. It's the same character in the same game series made by the same dev studio, but with a radically different appearance in each one. In the first game, you can quite clearly see the facial model has all the traits commonly associated with traditional femininity. Rounded facial structure, full lips, large eyes and a small nose. Now compare it to MJ in the second game, and well, I think you can spot the differences. This version has a large prominent chin, a wider and stronger jawline, thinner lips, heavier eyebrows and eyes that are proportionally smaller because the rest of her face is now bigger. In short, she's got a far more masculine appearance than before.
So we're not just going to talk about how weird this section of the video is, right? He's trying to analyze the facial bone structure of video game characters, and arguing that MJ in Spider-Man 2 looks like a man. Like, what? That's such a weird argument. Like, when I look at MJ in Spider-Man 2, I get weirded out by her facial model. Not because I think she looks like a freaking man, on a woman's body, no. I get weirded out because, for some reason in Spider-Man 2, she just looks way older she looks, not way older, she just looks older than she did in Spider-Man 1. In Spider-Man 1, she looked around Peter's age, in her early 20s. But in Spider-Man 2, she looks like she's in her mid 30s or early 30s. Like, she looks way older for some reason. And I think this comes down to the mocap actress. From what I've heard, the mocap actress was in an accident. I'm not sure what accident it was, but she got facial surgery, and they still used her face as the model for MJ in Spider-Man 2. And no, it wasn't the writer thecriticaldrinker accused of being the facial actress. It wasn't her, alright? It was the original mocap actress, but again, she got facial surgery. I don't get why Insomniac couldn't have just used a different mocap actress, but it is what it is. You're arguing that she looks like a man because her bone structure doesn't align with how you think a female should look like is kind of fucking weird, to be honest.
Interesting. Or how about Aloy from the Horizon games?
Finally, I've been waiting for this part.
A series that I actually quite enjoy. You can see in the image on the left how she looked in the original game. Not hyper-feminine by any stretch, because she's trying to survive in a primitive post-apocalyptic world where cosmetics aren't exactly easy to come by.
Yeah, weird statement, but okay.
But still, she's recognisably female, with the softer facial structure typically associated with women. The image on the right, on the other hand, is so masculine that if you were to give her some facial hair, you'd basically be left with a man. And a handsome man at that. Masculine
because she has inflated cheeks. And that makes her automatically masculine. Yeah, some good logic here, some groundbreaking logic here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, okay. When it comes to this Aloy situation, let me explain. This screenshot of Aloy in Horizon Forbidden West is from a gameplay trailer. So this gameplay trailer came out in June 2021. I have the screenshot up right here. So this gameplay trailer came out in June 2021, and the thing about this gameplay trailer, it's not in the base game. This gameplay trailer is not in the game. Like the mission in this gameplay trailer is not present in the final product. He's using that for his argument instead of actually using screenshots from the actual game. And the thing about Ella in this gameplay trailer, yeah, she for some reason in the opening scene of this video, her face for some reason inflates for some, like, I don't get it. Like, her face just automatically inflates when this guy like wakes up. Her face like just inflates, but then after that scene happens, after that shot, her face looks fine. Yeah, her face are kind of chubby in this gameplay trailer, but she looks fine. It's not anything. She doesn't look anything like she did in the edited screenshot and in the normal screenshot. She looks fine. Now we come to the actual game, Horizon Forbidden West. The base game. I have screenshots right here. Horizon Forbidden West. This came out like in early 2022, and I'll let you guys judge. Not feminine enough for you drinker. Like, she looks fine right here to me. So Drinker basically made the argument based on one screenshot from an opening scene of a mission that's not in the final game. Like, from what I've seen, it's not in the final game. I even checked in the comment section and in the playthroughs. It's not in the final game. So he could have, what he could have? He could actually base his argument on screenshots from the actual game, but he didn't. And this just freaking puts a massive hole in his entire ludicrous conspiracy here. And also, to top it all off, you see on the left, Aloy from the first game, Horizon Zero, I think it's called. Horizon Dawn Zero, I can't remember. So Horizon Zero, the remastered for this game came out in late 2024 after this video was released. And using this guy's logic, these woke developers obviously uglified her and gave her massive cheeks, because blah blah blah, feminism, blah blah blah, ugly video game characters, everyone needs to be ugly now, all the female characters need to be ugly now. So, and make them look masculine. So they obviously gave her inflated cheeks. Here's a screenshot right now of the remastered alongside the the original, and here's some other screenshots. Ella looks fine. Yeah, updated obviously because it's a remaster. And going back to the Horizon Forbidden West screenshots. Yeah, I'm allowing you guys in the comment section to judge, like, if she's not feminine enough for you guys, but like, she clearly wasn't feminine enough for Drinker, or at least a screenshot of her in an unflattering position from a gameplay demo that's not in the final product. I just allow you guys to sink that in, right? But yeah, let's continue. I rambled on for far too long.
Same deal with the main character from Star Wars Outlaws. Prominent chin that would make even Sergeant Slaughter jealous, a wide, strong jawline, thin lips and small eyes. Jesus, it's like these characters all rolled off the same bland assembly line. It's even more perplexing when you see what her actress looks like.
Yeah, because women can't have chins. Women can't have chins. Yeah. And yeah, here's some screenshots. Yeah, the face in Star Wars Outlaws kind of looks uncanny with this character, but she looks fine.
I could go on and on with this stuff all day, but you get the basic idea. The real question though is, why? Why are Western developers so against the idea of femininity and female beauty in games?
I think I actually have an answer to your question, Drinker. But come close, because this answer is going to blow your mind away. Once you hear this, your brain is just going to explode. But come close, come close. Prepare yourself for like this mind blowing revelation here, because it's not actually fucking happening. Screenshots over here. It just gets as simple as that.
I mean, if I was a cynical man, I might suggest that most game studios are infested with jealous, physically repulsive land whales who can't stand to be reminded that they've broken more mirrors than Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, what a shallow a take. But I wouldn't expect anything more from the same guy who tried to analyze the facial bone structure of a video game character and, make an argument on why she doesn't look traditionally feminine enough for him. Whatever the fuck that means.
But let's go a little bit deeper than that.
Mocap issues, technological issues, trying to make characters look too realistic, and it's actually detrimental to the face model, and it makes them come off as uncanny. I think those are actual arguments for why characters in gaming look uncanny, alright? I think it's just as simple as that. Not this whole big moronic conspiracy theory over here, where game developers are trying to make females look like men. No. I think it's just as simple as mocap issues, technological issues, maybe like what I think personally, incompetence on the dev team's part. So I'm just gonna wrap up here. I don't wanna go to the rest of the video because I think I've already made my point with the whole face models, modern face models and all that stuff, and in the rest of the video, he later on he springboards to this other argument about how while they're making female characters look like men, they're simultaneously writing them as like men. He doesn't present any examples. He just says that, and blah 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 stoicism, blah 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 arrogance. He repeats that argument in one of his videos from his main channel about how men have become more weak and and more more frail in writing nowadays. And again, he doesn't provide any examples, and I can just name two examples. But you have two stoic badass male characters in video games right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up here, and yeah, well, that was a shallow video, but yeah, before I sign off, you know the drill: like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, YouTube.